What's up, man?
Not much. How you doing, Zach?
Doing good. Early bird gets the worm. I was coming here early on purpose. See who wants to
Yes,
go
sir.
on and get better today.
They always.
Awesome, guys. Yeah, just do a little private Zoom today. Just want to talk to you guys. I feel like all my lives it's been so crazy lately. I can't get to everyone and can't really have that one-on-one touch. So just want to talk with you guys, chop it up, see how I can help you guys out. Networking, anything you guys really want to do. So uh, from the top, introduce yourself. Let me know what's up. It's my little virtual wholesaling real estate meetup. So what's up, guys?
Hey, how's it going? I'm Brian from Kansas City. I've been doing it for wholesaling for like a year. I've got 3 contracts under the belt with two deals.
Nice, man. Congrats.
Appreciate that.
What are you trying to do now?
Just trying to keep at it. Try to get more deals. Yeah, basically my questions about like lists and stuff. I don't know if we're doing questions yet or just the intros.
Yeah,
for
dude.
everyone.
Let me know. Actually, no. Let's get through everyone real quick, and then and put in the chat where you guys are all from. There's just too many people, but all right, cool. Kansas City, and then who else? Who else wants to talk?
Bailey here. I'm kind of brand new to this. I've started SMS blasting about 4 weeks ago.
Nice.
So I don't have any contracts yet, but I'm over here in Pennsylvania. I've been working on like the Montgomery County, Lancaster County over in the Amish country.
Awesome. Great list, man. Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Sergio, Claudia, Shay, Ty, Vicky, Bailey. Bailey already talked. Belinda.
Yeah, I'm new to it too. I'm just I'm trying to learn, and I love your show. So it's really helpful for someone new.
Awesome.
New and young.
Perfect. Nice to meet you. What market are you in?
Houston.
Nice. Great one. Perfect. And then anyone else want to introduce themselves before we get started? All right. Sounds good. So let's talk about it. So who has a question? Let me know. Pop it up. I'm here to help.
I could start if that's all right.
Oh yeah.
I wanted to ask you about lists, man. We are pulling like vacant, all the ones everyone on YouTube says, all the ones you say to pull. I was actually just watching your video about pulling the one like going to the whatever county in Florida and the code violations.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to figure that out for 2 counties in my market in Kansas City. Wasn't able to figure it out, and it's like 6 now, so I'm just gonna go ahead and call tomorrow. Would you recommend that if I can't find out how to do it online?
For Cincinnati?
Kansas City.
Yeah. Code enforcement, just call. Do you try to find them online?
I tried to find him online, like on the video, but it was super easy on the one. I went to the website you did, and it's just on the little sidebar. But yeah, we don't have anything like that. I've been trying for like the last hour, actually, trying to find it.
Dude, that's good. You know that, right? That's amazing. The harder it is to get the list, the less investors and wholesalers are actually going to do it. So that's a huge benefit for you.
Hell yeah. All right. I guess on Propstream though was the main question that we're really like scratching our heads. Like, we're finally able to like call consistently with a dialer, but now we're just like running out of lead lists to pull in Kansas City on Propstream. Is that like, am I just ready for a new market or am I missing something?
Dude, Kansas City's huge, man.
Yeah, right. And that's what I figured.
You're not running out. I mean, do the counties surrounding. Those are always huge. Code violations, as you know, the government list, the water shutoffs, tax delinquencies, tax lien, eviction lists. I don't know if you saw the video I did today. It's going to be amazing. Pre-foreclosures are going to be big now. Are you in the Missouri or Kansas side?
I'm right in the middle. So either one, wherever we can find them.
All right. Yeah. So either states are pretty good at the eviction. So that's going to be a really hot one in the future. Water shutoffs, fire damage properties. I mean, are you doing all these?
We're doing all those, man. But it's like, how many times are we recalling a list? Because I heard Brent Daniels say like recall a list twice, but I think that was just like to get your first deal or whatever. Like, do you just call them till they're dead, or how does that work?
I mean, I'm not Brent, so I mean,
Right, for sure.
take the information where you want. I mean, here's another issue: is you're going to get info from one guy, one from the other. One guy says call it 4 times, one guy says it 3, and then you're like, oh my gosh, what do I do? Just stick to someone. Like honestly, the information, it all gets mumbled jumbled. Like it's roughly the same. So what I would say, so your fire damage property list, how many leads are you getting per month?
Leads on, I mean, fire damage.
How many?
0 so far with
0.
fire
You
damage.
said you're pulling it.
So we have to like call. We okay. We're not pulling it yet. You
right.
can't get that on Propstream, right?
No.
You have to call the actual firehouse. Like I watched the video on doing that.
Yeah, man.
But I mean, what are the? I mean, I feel
You're
like
asking me how if I'm running out of leads, man. You got to pull the government list, man. They are on fire, dude. You should that question should never be asked if you're doing everything I'm saying. So the government lists, you don't even have to use Propstream if you just use the government lists.
Okay.
We do it all, like because it's insane. We have too many leads because I do everything. So do all of Propstream. I'm telling you, Propstream's a lot easier than the fire damage properties and the water shutoff leads and the utility and the tax liens. But if you're running out of those leads, go straight to government list. I'm telling you, start with the fire damage properties, go to water shutoffs, go to the tax liens, pre-foreclosures, eviction lists. Some guys like to do the divorce list. I don't know in your city, but divorce lists usually hit or miss in a city. So I'd go after those. Code enforcement, try for dollars if all else fails. But I would start going after fire damage properties. And fire damage properties, it's really hard to get the list, man. And guess what that means? No other wholesaler is going to have that list.
Right. Okay.
That's it, man. Take it the slight advantage in your market.
I hear you. All right. Cool. We'll do that. But I mean, like, yeah, I think that's everything.
All right, sweet, man. I appreciate it. And then what's your marketing channels you're using?
Cold calling.
Sweet, man. That's all. What's your skip tracing looking like?
Batch skip.
Nice, man. Cool. Keep it up, dude.
All right. Thanks, man.
Thanks. No worries. And then who else got a question? How can I help you guys out?
I have a SMS blasting question since that's what I'm doing at the moment.
Let's do it, bro. What's up?
So I'm trying to make it as efficient as possible, and I know you always talk about like the 4 pillars. You want to get that. So as I'm texting everyone, at what point do I want to get them at the phone call? Do I want to qualify them first and get the 4 pillars and then get the phone call to get the physical appointment going? Or do I get like a response and just call them right away and I'm like, hey, is this a good time? How would you go about it?
Dude, amazing question. Okay. So SMS, I don't want to get on a rant here, but SMS is all about speed. Wholesaling real estate's all about speed in general. But when it comes to SMS, what market are you in again?
I'm over here in Pennsylvania.
Dude, in Pennsylvania, where? Philly, Western, PA, where are we talking?
That's central, so like Lancaster, in the middle of like Amish farmland at the moment.
Dude, oh my gosh. Okay. Great market, man. What I can tell you right now, speed, man. It's not like in crazy saturated market, but there's still a lot of people there still trying to wholesale. So my biggest recommendation, speed, man. So how do you win the SMS wholesaling game? The way to win the SMS wholesaling game is speed. So right when someone just gives any interest, like a little bit of interest, like maybe I'm looking to sell or call. That's it. Texting's too slow. And that's the thing. So this is what other gurus or YouTube people or whatever that they're going to say is like, just text them and keep going. It's easier. It is easier. So most people are going to do the easy thing. Like for wholesaling, if you want to be successful, you got to put a lot of hours in and you got to do what others are willing not. You have to do what others won't to get results that others don't. So if you want to get the results, like if you want to be just a different dimension in your market, you just got to be the one calling. People give me flack all the time when I say if someone just gives you any interest at all, you just go meet them at the house because there's like 7 or 8 other people just chomping at the bit. I had a deal today, actually. I don't talk about this publicly on like YouTube or something, like this isn't live, but I had a deal where the acquisitions guy talked to me. He's like, there's 2 wholesalers right now locking up the sellers I already have in their contract for backups. They're signing contracts below my contracts. You know how crazy that is?
Jeez.
That's how competitive my market is right now. So how do I win in that market? Through with SMS, like that was an SMS lead. I literally have to we have to meet the seller as soon as possible. So when I text any interest, I'm calling, and when we make that call, we're setting the appointment right there. It's not as drastic in your market, but so as you're saying with the 4 pillars, you got to, any interest at all, you just get on the phone. If you didn't even know, just get on the phone. What SMS service are you using for texting?
Currently using batch leads.
Okay, so batch is easy. What are you using to call?
I've been using Google Voice.
Google Voice. So easy. Copy, paste. It's right there. Like just make it super seamless and easy, and make it very easy to call. And you just got to call. That's it.
Okay.
It's Bailey, right?
Yes, sir.
Bailey, I can't sleep at night. Like, especially when I did acquisitions when I was like 18, I couldn't sleep at night knowing that there's potentially a deal out there that I didn't call. I'm just texting and waiting for the response. It stresses me out. So like I can't go to bed like that. So I have to go to bed every night knowing, hey, I tried my hardest with every single lead. And you can't say that unless you actually call that lead. And also you're with SMS, if you have, let's say motivated seller, I'm an avatar, I'm a $40,000 deal just walking around, and you text me, okay? And I'm going to take 4 hours to respond to your text, but I have it in my phone. There's probably 4 other guys or gals cold calling that person too. And that person is going to get in front of them over the phone and set the appointment versus you. So you're not competing with just not other texters. You're competing with other realtors, other wholesalers who are cold calling. So yeah, you got to get on that phone as soon as possible. Meet the seller, do a virtual, or just get that deal locked up as soon as possible. Because once that seller decides to sell, and that's a $20,000, $30,000 deal, you got to get in front of them as soon as possible.
Makes sense. Thank you.
That's it. And then, of course, you got to do the four pillars. Like, I'm not going to go out there and meet someone if I don't do it. Again, someone brand new might be asking, like, what are the 4 pillars? Motivation, condition, time frame, price, all that stuff. That's what I'll do. Also, guys, I'll keep this recording and put it on a private YouTube link for you guys after this. I'll post it in the group or something. But just for wholesaling houses for real, guys. But I'll keep it free, guys. But yeah, Bailey, any other questions?
I have a newbie question, if that's okay.
Bro, I'm here all day, man.
All right. Well, since I haven't exactly gotten something under contract yet, so this is all imagination here. So when I'm dealing with a non-vacant home, and it's time to show the cash buyers, how exactly do you go about telling the seller what's going on? I don't know if that makes sense.
Makes sense, man. Make sure you go through freewholesaling.com. That's the number one thing I can tell you right now. They'll answer a lot of your questions. But what I say, it varies. But really what we've been doing lately, this is the cool part versus videos that I release on in the course or something in there, is at freewholesaling.com is it's just like, hey, either me or my partner is probably going to go one more time, Mr. Seller. So let's say we get the deal locked up. Hey, just letting you know, I'm probably going to go by it one more time just to check on the property, me or my partner, possibly a realtor or a general contractor, just people we work with. Is that okay if we all come at once just to look at the property once before we close? Is that okay? Just a final walkthrough?
Okay.
That's it. Like, you're not lying. My partners are my cash buyers. They're the ones who legitimately, they actually technically the ones that pay me, because if it's 100K, we get under contract to 120. We wholesale for 120. That 20K, they give 120, 100 to the seller, 20 to me. Cash buyers are the ones that pay me. They're my partner. They're the ones that give me the money ultimately. So they are my partners. I say contractors too, just in general, so they know it's going to be someone just looking at the property, looking at little nicks on it, inspecting it. Generally, that's kind of what we got on there. But
Gotcha.
I see a lot of people hopping on here. Guys, comment below what market you're in. Maybe your information, guys. Chats are going to be private here. So whatever you're in, people are going to see it. So yeah. So let's get it going, guys. So any other questions there, Bailey? That's generally what I say. There's a million ways to say it, but just that's how we do it.
Cool. All right. I think I have some more questions in my head, but I'll let other people talk first.
All right, man.
Dude,
be selfish. It's just time to be selfish. I rarely have anyone under 100 like just talking to me like this, because there's just you should see the comments sometimes. Like So like be selfish, guys. Like use this time for yourself. Seriously. Like it's hard for me to have like time for this. So
Fair enough.
let's get
Hey,
it.
Zach, how you doing?
Doing good, doing good. Also, guys, everyone's getting their question answered, but what's up? Jason?
Yeah, how you doing?
Jason, you're here early, man.
Yeah, I wanted to be one of the first 100. So
Perfect, man. I appreciate it. People think I threaten like that, like a coach or something. Like it cuts off at 100. So let's get it, man. How can I help you?
so yeah, I'm in Philadelphia, which is one of your favorite markets over there, according to your YouTube. That's being sarcastic because that's I saw your video with worst markets to do it. Yeah, Philadelphia is tough with the wholesale thing, but the question is like I find it kind of difficult to come up with like repair amounts for a lot of these deals. Philadelphia, a lot of the houses are really old. And like I've been advised to like use 100 a square foot, but like have you done deals in Philly? Like, I mean, because I've seen videos on like Brett Daniels, like he has like that breakdown of like if it's a light rehab, medium, but I just don't think that works for my market. But
Again, guys, whoever you watch on YouTube is not me. I run completely different businesses than these people. I don't have this huge staff. I do small, not small, but like I don't do an insane amount of deals, but they're $40,000, $50,000 deals. But like I do virtual wholesaling, but like I'm not like anyone. So if someone has their system, I don't know it. So I don't go through people's courses or anything. So for Philly, are we talking like actual Philadelphia? Or are we talking like, hey, I'm like 40 minutes away in the burbs?
so I do the burb stuff too. But I mean, most of my business, most of my marketing has been in Philly. I
Okay.
started in January, so I'm like pretty new, but I've done like a few deals.
Congrats,
But I
man.
still find
That's a
myself
win,
kind of
dude.
struggling with the repair amounts for sure.
Yeah.
Because I think I'm missing on deals that I'm like, I don't think this is a deal based on what I've been taught, but you know.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, I'm doing my first rehab next month, so maybe that's going to help kind of like clarify some things. But
Eh.
I maybe that's you just to learn from experience with the repairs. I find it confusing.
Yeah. Repairs. I always honestly like, hey, here's the truth. I'm not 100% on repairs, even 4 or 5, well, almost 5. Geez, almost 5 years into it. You got to just grossly just guess it because I can only talk about wholesaling, fix and flipping, wholetailing, creative finance. Not everything else outside of that. I don't do the 100K things in there, but roughly. So let me break this down. So when it comes to repairs, that's not the name of the game. The name of the game is you get a property under contract and you sell it. That's we're selling contracts. We're not dealing with real estate. So generally, a lot of times I just get it for the lowest price possible. Try to bid it up to a cash buyer right now. That's the best if you don't know repairs. You can do, I mean, do you have Propstream?
Yeah, I have Propstream, batch leads, all that
Do
stuff. Yeah,
you use Blue Hammer on Propstream?
it's called Blue Hammer.
Bro, you don't know about Blue Hammer?
No,
Oh my God. All right. Go to Flip with Rick on YouTube or Zachin on YouTube, whatever one you want. And I want you to go to the last Propstream tutorial I did. It's free. It's like $15 a month you have to pay for it. In Propstream, you get it for free. I think Propstream pays like $10 a month it's almost 10% of your whole subscription they pay for it. You use Blue Hammer for free. Dude, it's crazy.
I watched a lot of your vids. I never saw the Blue Hammer one. But,
I'll show you right now.
I got a meeting at 8:00.
Oh,
Oh, it's a Zoom meeting.
Hold on. Let me mute some people.
It's a Zoom.
All right, cool. All right. I'll show you when I released it, so it just makes it easier for you.
Rick just had he just released a Propstream tutorial video. I didn't see it yet, but I think the one he just posted maybe this week or yesterday or something.
Yeah, not yesterday. It was probably a week ago. A week ago. Propstream complete start to finish. Let me find the timestamp for you. Kind of make it easier for everyone watching this, but it was.
Yeah.
I forgot about it. Like I knew about it, but like it kind of blew my mind. Right about. Yeah, you're gonna have to watch it. Oh wait. Is this it? No. You gotta go look at it. But it was. Oh wait, here it is. Go to. Yeah, it is Blue Hammer. 30 minutes in. 30 minutes in.
All right,
Talk
cool.
about Blue Hammer. you can calculate the repairs if you want to get really technical per city wise. Like where's the wood or what's labor in Philly versus Miami. So
Oh, really? I
yeah,
didn't even know about that. That's interesting. But
You're
I use
paying
your
for
guys'
Propstream, man.
Propstream list stuff, and I use that for everything. Whenever I need a new list, I'll use your Propstream videos.
Do you have a website?
I have a website, but I'm going to probably create a new one.
Propstream, you do, it's free in Propstream too.
Oh, really? There you go.
I'm telling you, like, it's crazy. So what I can tell you right now is Blue Hammer's really good. I guesstimate, man, like that. Change the bathrooms, kitchen, flooring. Like I keep it rough. I always go by how much is a cash buyer roughly going to pay for it. That's generally, hey, I know what the ARV is. I roughly know the repairs, and I multiply that by like 81%. It should be 84, but just 81 to be safe. Okay, generally they'll pay 150 for it. Let's lock it up for 120. That's kind of how I do it. It's not conventional, but that's what I do. It works. But generally, if you got to crunch the numbers like crazy, you're paying too much for the house. It's got to be like, okay, this deal works, you know?
Yeah.
So that's what I've seen. But generally, the more experience you have, the better. That's what it's going to take. Oh, yeah, man. So what are the questions you got? Hello?
Hey, Zach, is there any difference between sending the offer agreement over and just sending a POL or POI?
Okay, hold on a second. Jason, do you have any more questions?
I was going to let someone else ask questions. I have a few. I'll ask them later, though.
All right, cool. I just want to make sure I'm not cutting anyone off. All right, Gabe, right? Gabriel?
And just sending the contract over to the seller?
Okay. So what's the question?
Yeah. Is there any difference between the two? Would you send one versus the other?
Can you repeat that question one more time? You cut out.
Yeah, sorry. Would you send one versus the other, the letter of intent or the purchase agreement?
Purchase agreement.
All right, just no letter of intent?
No.
All right, gotcha.
I go for the real thing. Cool. Any other questions?
Hello?
Any other
I'm all
questions?
good here.
Yeah. Hey there, Zach. I actually got a quick question, if you don't mind. Was just wondering, I mean, this is still on the topic of wholesaling, but I mean, say if you got a few deals saved up and you're really trying to scale up, I mean, obviously you don't want to go out and buy a lot of liabilities and whatnot. I mean, what are kind of the assets do you recommend buying if you don't have enough for rental properties or, you know, enough to buy your flips or anything? I mean, do you know any assets that would be great, you know, something for under 25K?
Yeah. Go pay for skip tracing on a high equity list and cold call that list. That is the best use of money right now. Don't even think about buying rentals. Get your business to 100K. Get your business to 100K a year first in net, and then start worrying about buying assets. Of course, assets are important, but like get the business going first. That business is way more important than the passive income right now. At that point, you can buy plenty of properties. But if you're investing everything and your business is going well, you're looking for assets to buy, there's a lot you can do. I mean, obviously, I don't want to get into a big thing about it. You can buy stocks. I'd probably get something safer. But, hey, you can buy your cryptocurrencies, whatever you want. I roughly do I stick to things I know. Most wholesalers aren't good at owning rentals because they're completely different businesses. But if you want, you got to learn. And how do you learn wholesaling? A lot of the free stuff, YouTube, everything's on there. But under 25K, I mean, get the business, use that to ramp the business up even more.
Okay. Thank you so much, bro. I really appreciate you.
Yeah. And don't spend on something stupid. Don't go for 25K on a mailer if you don't know about mail. Like, do like 1,000 on something like really easy.
For sure. Okay. Definitely got you.
Yeah, dude. But hey, man, crap, that's Brandon from Fort Pierce.
Yeah, man. How are you?
What's up, man? Yeah, dude. Seriously, start using that. Just keep bumping the business up, and just start using that. I don't know your situation, bro. So like, hey, let's say you're living at home. Like, hey, I got 30K and I got 100K coming in. Maybe the best time is getting out of a bad situation, going by yourself, getting your own rental property for your own, just to live in. Like, I don't know. You got it's
Yeah.
up to you, man. So hey, like I would love to tell someone, like, if you're living at home and you're making 100K a year and you're like, I'm gonna live at home. Like sometimes it's better just to move out and you can work even more at home and not buy that rental property right now and get the business where it's got to be. Ultimately, it's hard to answer that one, but under 25K, man, the best is ramping your business back up. Just turn that into
Gotcha. So just keep putting it back into the business and keep scaling. You
Smart,
recommend?
Yeah, it doesn't hurt just having money in the bank, but I mean, inflation's kind of crazy. Remember, you got to pay taxes.
Yeah, dude, the inflation is crazy right now. But thank you so much, Zach. I appreciate you. I'll let you get to some more people.
Brandon, pay your taxes though, man. Just don't forget, like, don't make 100K and then you got like nothing in the bank, and then it's like the IRS is like you owe 30. It's like whoa.
Whoa.
Make sure you have that under control. Like you just don't want to get in trouble with them. I learned about taxes when I was 18. That was a rough one, but telling you. But I appreciate it, man.
Thank you so much, Zach.
Keep it up. All right, who we got next?
Zach, you, I don't know if I'm next or somebody else got one.
Kenny, I haven't seen you in a while, man.
Yeah, how you doing? Well, I'm still cheerleading on auditing. So, huge fan. A quick question, and this is going to be more on an elementary level because, a lot of things I still just watch my expenses. And as you were just sharing there with Brandon, and he's doing really well. I've seen some of his posts. But I had a little VA I put on for part-time. She's doing a great job. I really like her.
Awesome.
But we're doing cold calling, and she wanted, because there's some things going on and she needs to do part SMS. And I thought, well, I need to take care of that rather than doing it like I was doing it manually. And I need to do that and scale it up a little bit, even just a little bit. So I'm realizing she wanted to do something through Slingshot, and I don't like the way it's set up. And I was wondering if you had another option, and what would I look for the expenses to be for
Slingshot?
that person to have the opportunity to do that.
What's Slingshot?
Well, I'd rather not use Slingshot. And I actually talked to batch leads today. They just seem a lot more expensive. And I was just wondering, since we were going to talk tonight, what you would recommend if I'm getting a VA set up to do some SMS for me to get the process set up. So they get the tools they need.
Wait, what's Slingshot? Is that like a cold calling service?
No, it's just a tool where they have the numbers like Batch does, and you have to put a bunch of money in reserve, and then she can use that to SMS out of.
For skip tracing?
No, just for doing texting.
Oh, use whoever you want. I mean, if price is your biggest concern, Batch is a great one, but honestly, I think, does Launch Control have unlimited texting? You'd still do that if that's a money concern. REI Reply is pretty cheap, but they have some issues in integrations. I mean, use whoever you want. I've never heard of Slingshot, so I can't recommend it.
Well, I can't either. So that's why I'm asking for something besides that. So
yeah, like it's like with the VA, it's like, hey, are you working for me or am I working for you? You do what I do. Like, hey, I know you're not used to it, but learn it, right? It's like I got new acquisitions guys coming in. It's like, hey, I'm used to doing it that way. I'm like, well, that ain't the right way. That's why your guy fired you. Or that's why the guy went out of business. So teach them the right way, not the wrong way.
So
I don't know.
You said REI Reply is one, and what's another one besides Batch?
That's a pretty. There's more than Batch. Like there's REI Reply. Launch Control is a great one. Lead Sherpa is pretty good too. I haven't done Lead Sherpa in a while, but they're pretty good. Batch, Smarter Contact, Roar. There's a million of them. They're all going to do the job.
No, thank you. And I get. I mean, I just
guys in Texas are using Roar,
I thought, well, let me ask the master. So
yeah, I appreciate it, man. Guys, if you have a creative deals or something in Houston, hit up Kenny.
Yeah,
right?
we like to find ways to do. It makes the seller happy, and message me out, guys, because there's a lot of ways to structure this deal that people just don't typically think, and it's a real aha moment for the seller, and they love it.
How do we get in contact with you guys? Creative deal in Houston.
With me?
Yeah.
info@lonestarkeyproperties.com is a generic email that goes right to me for my company.
Hit them up, man.
Thank you, Zach, you and Rick, for all y'all do. We love it.
Of course, man. Not stopping. Appreciate it.
Hey, and we're about to hit 17,000, are we, in members?
It's crazy. It's
I
ridiculous.
know. I thought you by the end of the year, before I get out, I was just want to say, I thought, wow, we're going to hit by Labor Day, we're going to hit 15, 16. And we're like, man, we ran over that like it was a speed bump. And we're about to hit 20, and we're not even going to make Halloween.
Hey, I'm excited, man. We're going to have a party. It'll be fun. I appreciate it, man. You helped a lot with it. So thank you. Awesome. Any other questions from you?
Oh, no, I'm just taking it in with all the guys.
Perfect. All right. Let's get it going. Who else got a question? How can I help you?
Hey, Zach, I got a question.
All right. What's up, Seth?
So I'm having a hard time with nailing down good VAs for cold calling. I've tried multiple different ones, mostly from the Philippines. They speak great English, but they're just not really connecting with the homeowners. It's very transactional, just basic questions are not, connecting with them as far as their motivation, and just trying to dig a little bit and get more information out of them. Do you have any advice on, maybe how to manage them better, or just find better cold callers in general?
Bro, what market are you in?
Georgia.
Georgia, dude. Do you think that we're in Georgia?
Atlanta.
Atlanta. Were you born and raised there?
Yes.
When you say that people in Georgia, especially like Fulton County, it's kind of like a culture thing there?
Yeah, absolutely. Yep.
Do you think someone who was born and raised in the Philippines will understand that culture at all?
No, definitely not. I mean, that's kind of what I thought. Yeah.
So like, they're not going to understand the little tiny things, the little references, soul food. No one understands that in the Philippines. They got their own amazing culture. It's amazing, immersive, beautiful, but it's different. It's hard for the connection. So cold callers aren't here to go connect with the seller and lock up deals. Some of them do. I'm not a big believer in it. My cold callers to do one thing. They just filter out for me. Someone says they're interested. They're just asking, hey, are you the owner of this property? And are you interested? They say yes. Hey, that's great. Can my partner Seth, he's actually handles everything. Is it okay if he gives you a call back? What's a good time for him to call you back? And then Seth, which is you, gets to call and make that connection.
Right. Okay. So
hey, I went to Douglas High School here, and right by the street there. VA can't do that. The point is, what's the hardest part of cold calling is just sifting through the nose to find that yes. That's all they're doing. They're doing the hard part. The yeses, you don't want the 4 pillars to be asked by the VAs. You want to start doing that. That's when you start building that connection. So when you meet them at the house where you get it locked up, the connection's already built with you, not them. Who's locking up the deals in your company?
That I've got an acquisitions team that does it.
Okay, have the acquisitions team do that. But the point is that that's the person who builds the rapport and connection.
Okay, so just don't worry too much about, they just need to find out whether the person's interested or not, and then pass it to acquisitions, and that's all there is to it. Okay. Okay.
Because their time is best spent doing that, not locking up, because they'll never be at your level or your acquisitions person's level.
Okay, so I can get deals by them just asking questions and just seeing if they're interested. They don't really have to connect with them. I'm still going to get deals that way.
That's it. Like, hey, it's simple, man. Because if you're just feeding your acquisitions team people that just want to sell properties, it's easy.
Right.
That's how you want to make it for the acquisition. The acquisitions job is not to be going out here trying to close deals, right?
Right.
I mean, not your VAs.
Yeah, the VAs. Yeah. Right.
So,
I'm following you.
You get
cool. That answers my question. I appreciate it.
No worries, man. Appreciate it.
Zach, to kind of piggyback off that, so I have my VA. She asked the 4 pillars. You recommend that she should only just focus on just getting a yes or no, and then I call them, build the rapport, and get the 4 pillars, right?
That's what I do. That's my personal recommendation. I just don't think that VAs who's locking up in your company?
It's me. I call whenever I get any information, I call them and try and close a deal.
Here's the problem. It's what if, let's say we do this. Let's say you and me work in the same wholesaling company. Okay. I build this great connection with Sally Sue, right? We're talking about knitting. We're talking about whatever, her grandson. And then I'm like, all right, here's my buddy Jason. And you go meet him. The report, you got no connection. There's no connection there. She didn't tell you about the thing. rapport is about them just 90% of it's just them talking to you. She doesn't talk to you. So she knows you don't know about Sally Sue or her Cocker Spaniel. The rapport is already set. There's no rapport there. So it's tough. So like, why would you have that VA do all the rapport building if they're not the one closing?
So they basically like, I mean, I'm assuming these phone calls that they're doing is like less than 2 minutes. I mean, if all they're asking is it,
2-3
you know,
minutes. You know
would you
why?
consider an offer and then blah, blah, blah. Like, well, all right, you're interested. Well, I can have, my acquisition manager, Jason, give you a call. When are you free? And they schedule the call. That's it.
Yes, I wouldn't put acquisitions manager. That makes it seem. I like the mom and pop approach. Hey, here's your partner. He's actually the one going out seeing the properties. That's what I would say. I would. That's my best recommendation because the VAs. First of all, I don't want to like say anything bad about anyone who has an accent here, but they have accents. It's hard to build that trust just initially off the phone. You get a call from someone, you hear an accent. They're saying it pretty quick. Like you can't really tell too much. Then you start getting the long conversations. It's like, hey, this person has an accent. Are they from the US? They just say yes. And then you got Jason, who's like in the area, same phone number, like same area codes. Like that's the way I like it. Because I want the rapport to be with the person locking up the deal and the seller. That's it. When my deals, I have no rapport about these sellers because the acquisitions guy's doing it, not me. That's what I found. Hey, other guys do it differently. That's what I find. Because the VA is here to do the stuff that I don't want to do. I love going to meet sellers locking it up if they want to sell. I hate dealing with people that don't want to or not wanting to sell. That sucks. If I just deal with all day acquisitions person deals all day people who just want to sell, that's easy. Because your acquisitions person, eventually when you get one, they should just be doing follow-ups. They shouldn't be doing any marketing, and they should be dealing with people who want to sell. So that's kind of where we're at. It's a special skill.
Yeah.
Awesome, man. Appreciate it. What other questions we got, guys? Hit me up. Be selfish. Help yourself today.
So do you have VAs for just cold? I mean, like right now I have 2 partners and we split everything in 3. And I do all the cold calling and then my other buddy does all like the comping and stuff. Do you have a VA that does that, or is that going to always be someone like not a VA?
Doing comping?
Yeah.
Comping's done by the acquisitions person.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Because if someone says they want to sell and then they want too much, our acquisitions guys got to figure that out.
Okay.
But yeah. Sweet. What other questions we got? So we got some people on here and some comments too. Appreciate it, guys. Also, guys, remember to network in the comments. So let's see what we got. Let's see. Any questions, guys? Let me know.
Hey, Zach.
All right. What's up, Joseph?
What's going on? This is Joe in Miami. So,
all right.
So I've been making calls for like, well, not myself. My VA's been making calls for like 3 months in Miami, and it's pretty saturated, as you know, you say in the videos. So we kind of started to make calls up in Central Florida now. And I don't know, it's just I keep getting the same thing. I haven't been able to find these sellers looking to do, 50-60% deals. How do you really talk sellers down, or I guess it's a numbers game, but how do you get sellers to meet you at these prices that make sense for you?
So where are you in Orange County? Like where in Central Florida are we talking?
So I'm doing I have the VA making calls still here in South Florida because I flip properties myself. So Still have that going. But as far as Central Florida, what we're doing up there is Facebook ads. So I get calls from Sarasota, I'll get calls from St. Augustine, I'll get calls from Inverness, Tampa.
Okay. Honestly, man, you're all over the place.
Yeah.
Like that's not Central Florida, man. You're doing Tampa area, which is completely different than St. Augustine. Like, hey, I would stick to a market and go more in on that market. Now, are you just
Okay.
running regular ads like by county or zip code or something up there?
Right. He's doing them. So
Okay.
the guy who's running the ads, he's doing them by zip code.
Okay. Is there a reason why you
Actually,
took
I'm sorry. No, not even zip code. He's actually doing by county.
Okay. Is there a reason why you're doing Facebook ads over cold calling?
Honestly, just wanted to try a different method since it hasn't really been working out down here in South Florida. Like I said, I'm trying to source flips for myself. That's really how I got into the wholesaling, was because the first 3 flips we did, we got them from wholesalers. So I decided, let me try and wholesale some deals myself, and then I can pass some deals on to other investors, and you know your average flip can take 3-4 months, so it would be a good way to make money in between. But it's just in Miami it's been tough to really lock them up, so that's why I decided to try kind of a different marketing method up in Central Florida.
Okay. What are the results?
Not good, none yet.
Okay.
I locked up a contract here in Miami and tried to work it, but unfortunately it was one of those properties that it's a single family home, and the guy had several additions on him.
Yeah.
And it was operating as a triplex. I was able to get him to meet me at a good price. Unfortunately, buyers weren't willing to take on that risk.
Yeah.
But really my main thing has just been trying to get people, I guess it's a numbers game.
Yeah. It's 100% a numbers game. So
Yeah.
Facebook ads, I've never seen the good ROI with it. So
Okay.
that's my opinion. I've never seen
Right.
it. There's more money to be made selling people on doing Facebook ads than actually doing Facebook ads. I just never seen the ROI. I've tried it, man. So I've tried it everywhere. I've just
Right.
never seen the results with it. So there's a million ways you can go at it. You do cold calling. I mean, why are you sticking to Florida? Like, if you're in Miami, you're doing St. Augustine. Why don't you just do Tennessee, right? Like, why don't you do South Carolina, Ohio? Like, why are you choosing Florida? Because Orlando's good, but like, there's way better markets in Orlando, man.
I guess it's kind of like, just dipping my toes in the water. Basically, it's like I'm trying to go virtual just because I know South Florida is so competitive, but I'm still, I guess mentally, I'm still trying to keep it within arm's reach, where
You
for
can
whatever
drive 6
reason
hours.
it's exactly. So,
Uh,
I guess that's really it. It's just because, hello.
all right. Yeah. So, what I would personally say for you here is, like, do you know what my first market was? I did virtual.
Was it Georgia?
It was Michigan, like
Michigan.
completely away from me. And that was one of
Right.
the best ones I did. Detroit. So Detroit, North Carolina, like I've never been to these places, but they were
Right.
hot and on fire. And guess what? I am not driving. So let's say I get a deal done in Jacksonville. I'm not going to drive. I have partners there that I JV with. Okay. So I know people that are 15 minutes away everywhere. So like I got a deal in Miami. I got people in Miami I can just talk to. They'll go out there with me. So it's not really the mental part. It's it. I just there's better markets than that, man. Like
There's
still
better markets, yeah.
Orlando is very competitive. There's just better markets I'd be in than there. Especially like the mental thing with there. So it's ultimately up to you what you would want to do with it. But it's just I would test it out. I do cold calling and government lists. Are you pulling government lists right now?
No, I'm pulling this from Propstream and then skip tracing them through batch leads.
Okay.
Through batch.
And are you cold calling like Central Florida too, or are you just doing the Facebook ads there?
Just the Facebook ads.
Okay. Yeah, I would probably try something else. I've never promoted Facebook ads just because I've never seen the ROI with it, especially in Florida. Other places maybe, but especially not here.
Right. Okay. I think I might look into another market and see, get some better return.
All right. And then always drawing for dollars, stuff like that. So have you tried drawing for dollars in Miami-Dade?
No.
I tested out. Won't hurt, right?
Right.
Have you pulled the fire damage property in Miami-Dade?
No, I haven't.
Have you done the water shut off in Miami?
Nope. None of the government list.
Dude, deals are
Yeah.
still Miami, man. Like, it just, are
Right.
you going to do it or not? You know why you didn't pull the fire damage? It's a hard list to pull. But
Right.
if you finally get it, you're going to have a huge advantage over everyone else.
Right.
So maybe what you're looking for is in your own backyard. You got to pull
That's
the
a
list
good
that others
point.
don't. So you get deals that others won't. I use that quote all the time, but you got to do what people don't want to do. And that's how you'll grow and get the deals.
That's a good point. It's a good point.
That's it,
So
man.
yeah, I'm gonna actually, that's gonna be my plan of action. I'm gonna start pulling some of these tougher lists, not the regular Propstream list in Miami, since it's so competitive. And then as far as the virtual market, so as you explained in the videos, let's say you lock something up in Georgia, you'll jump on, I guess, Craigslist or Facebook groups, and you'll try and meet someone there, as far as taking pictures and going out to the properties.
For virtual wholesaling, yes.
Right.
Either I'll have a boots on the ground runner, whatever you want to call them. Find on Facebook, like the the job site there. Make sure someone has an iPhone. I say iPhone just for most people with iPhones have good enough picture quality. Androids have better picture quality, but sometimes you get an Android that looks like a potato, so you don't want to do that. But ultimately, you find someone, take pictures, 30, 40, $50, and then use those pictures. You go on Facebook. I love finding cash buyers on Facebook. Just released a couple of videos on that. Hugely amazing, super underrated right now. Just go on Facebook. Just find all the cash buyers from their email. Use like Gmash or something. Mass email these people. Go out there, get the deal sold. That's it. Have another walkthrough. Usually at the realtor, pay $40, $50 for a struggling one. Have the walkthrough. You're good to go.
Okay, cool. Appreciate the
Awesome.
advice.
Appreciate it, man. Let me know if there's anything else I can do to help you out.
All right, appreciate it. Thanks.
Boom. Awesome. And who's next? What other questions we got? How can I help you become a better wholesaler? Networking, let me know.
Yo, Zach, for SMS, I just started it about a month ago. And, I'm sending out like 1,000 a day. Like, I think that's like the max or whatever. And I think you can upgrade it potentially. But with the 1,000, I get a lot of like, make an offer. What's your offer? Or, they'll even give me a price that's like a retail price, like obviously a retail price. Like, do you call pretty much every single one of those, or do you kind of just like filter out the retail price ones when they give you a retail price? And then for the make me an offer, do you kind of like try and schedule a call, or do you just call them right away?
Okay, a lot to unpack there. So retail leads,
Yeah.
I still like to give it to a realtor if I can, just to make some money.
Yeah.
We'll pull an easy, nothing crazy, like 50, 100K, depending on like if we get a bunch of listings or not. But we'll get like 50 to 100K just in realtors, like referrals. Like that's marketing for almost the whole year. Like that's not for the whole year, but it's a nice chunk of change. Like, hey, who's going to say no to 100K? That's a lot of money for a lot of people. So we'll still work those leads. I just won't like prioritize them like crazy.
Yeah, that's what I feel like too.
My favorite's like the making me the offer. I always ask one question, and this is one I don't like. Rick always screams about it, but make me an offer. Most people say, okay, 120,000. This is what I do. Let me see if I have it written. No, I don't have it written down. But when someone says make me an offer, I always say like, hey, okay, so you want me to make you an offer, right? Yes. Were you thinking about selling the property before you got my text? Was that even in your mind at all? No? Well, there's no point of view me giving you an offer if you're not even serious.
And you say that on text?
No, call.
Is that
call?
Oh, but when they say make me an offer on text for SMS, do you just call them right away, or?
Yeah, we usually call them right away.
And kind of get into that?
Huh? We're so competitive, we have to.
Yeah.
We've had plenty of leads that say make me an offer that legitimately just wanted an offer, and then we got people like make me an offer. Like you can't tell tones over text. Call. It's a 10-second call. We ask that question. Okay, no. Again, man, it comes back to, hey, I got to go to sleep knowing that I tried everything. So sometimes tones are weird over text. I don't know if someone's serious or not. People would be sarcastic over text. You just don't know. I call. It's the fastest for me.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Sweet. Awesome. Let me know here. We got some people in the chat. Again, guys, give me some questions you guys got. Let me know and get it going. So you hear this. Let's see here. Zach on a sub 2 deal. Sergio says, how long usually seller keep the mortgage on the name? What happened if they say they want to buy another house? So Sergio says, how long usually keep the mortgage on their name? The mortgage is changes hands depending on what kind of thing you do. And then if they want to buy another house, you just help them with their DTI, which is their debt to income ratio, which you can help them with it. But let me know, Sergio. Hop on if you want. I can kind of answer to even more questions you got. But guys, you got to hop on. You got questions, man. Press down the mute button. I'm ready to go.
Zach, I got another question for you.
Dude, hit me up, man. Let's go.
So I've got a guy that does digital drive for dollars. He's really, really great at it. He gets me probably 80 properties a day or so. Obviously, these are pretty hot leads. Would you approach those any differently than you would just a list you're pulling from Propstream? What I mean by that is, would you just have a cold caller call, or would you hit them multiple different ways, like with mailers, texts, calls, emails? Would you really try to drill down on that list, or just approach it normally?
Okay, so I have to get a baseline. That's
Sure.
what I do. So let's say it's a regular drawing for dollars lead. They are getting the I don't know how to say it, the PG way, but I'm not going to curse. But it's the 5 fingers of just like the 5 forks, or I don't know how they other people name it, but it's like you're bringing that seller through a lot. That's the best way I could say it. I'm giving them a text. I'm giving them a cold call. They're getting mail. They are getting hit up every possible way if you're on a drawing for dollars list. And you're gonna know about me. You're gonna get sick of me. We're gonna cold call that person probably like it's not a big list, man. Like you got like 1,000 for the month. Like you cold call that list twice. Like just go after it. Leave voicemails. Like we go like ham on a list like that, and we go really hard on it. And then they're followed up like crazy. So if it's like a virtual drawing for dollars one and you find out you're getting deals from it, cold call and text them. If you're finding you're getting a lot of deals, hit them with some direct mail also. Direct mail and drawing for dollars works. You just got to see if the virtual leads are worth it. They're probably a lot less of a tier, but you're getting more of them. So you're still getting deals. So I would probably cold call and text that list though.
Okay. So be pretty aggressive with this list. Like really try to hit them up.
Yeah. Super aggressive. Just if I got a fire damage property list, aggressive. Water shut off list, aggressive. Like for example, if I got a high equity lead list, it's like I'm gonna be aggressive, but I'm not gonna be like they get a text and call like that month. Like, hey, that's like 100,000. Like, hey, I'm not gonna go that crazy with it. But with like a small list like that has a really good chance. Like the list that gets hit up the most by me, the one that I'm most aggressive with are probates. They're the best ROI for me. So that's like top tier. Drawing for dollars probably be close. Fire damage. Those are really, really ones that go after like crazy. So answer your question, Seth?
Yeah, it does. Thanks, Zach.
No worries, man. Appreciate it. All right. All right. Let's see if we got any other questions. Santino, Andrew, anyone, let me know. Got any questions?
Hey, Zach, I got a couple questions for you.
That's it, guys. Guys, if you're in here, you got a question or you want to learn something, so let me know.
Hello?
Something like, hey, Zach, I want to get better at this. So what's up?
Hey, Zach, I just got a couple questions for you. My name's Santino. I'm in the like Northern California market. I'm pretty new to this. So my main question is just, once you come to an agreement with the seller, right? You haven't signed the contract, you're locked in. Then you go to your buyer. Your buyer's okay with that price. What's the step after that? Like, I know you go to a title company, but like, how do you even find a title company? Like, what do you say to the title company? Like, how do you go about that process?
All right. So go to freewholesaling.com. It's all in the free course. To find a wholesaling friendly title company, what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to go cold call and ask title companies if they work with wholesalers before, or they deal with assignment of contracts. From there, I would go meet with these title companies and just find the right one. And that's the name of the game. Quick little cheats I can give to you is if you're Northern California, right?
Yeah, Northern California, Sacramento area.
Oh, Sacramento. Okay. Like okay. You're not talking like crazy up north. So Sacramento's great.
Mhm.
Are you doing like Stockton area too?
Exactly, the Stockton area. That's
Okay.
exactly.
So, dude, just go to the Real Estate Investors Associations on Facebook. Ask, hey, what title company you guys recommend? Oh,
Okay.
North Star Title is the best. Boom. They work with wholesalers. Do it.
Okay.
Right. That's the best one. Like, you can go and cold call a bunch of them, but like just use the ones that the wholesalers are using because
Okay.
they deal with a lot of them, and there's certain title companies that do. They'd be the best one. The worst is you deal with the bougie one and they don't deal with it, and then the deal falls apart because of it. So that's my best recommendation for title companies.
Okay. Also, so let's say you come into an agreement with the seller, right? Let's say there's a property you guys meet at like 500K, and you can't find a cash buyer. You have like 3 days to close the deal, and you can't find a cash buyer. Like, what do you do after that?
Bro, you're talking California numbers, man. 500K.
Yeah.
I don't think I've done a 500K contract this. Okay, it's different, but so you have your inspection period, and what you want to do is be within that inspection period. If you're outside that inspection period, it's not good. You're going to lose that deposit. I still recommend $100 deposit so you don't lose something crazy if like you forget or something. But if you lose the deal, you lose the deal. Like, hey, you don't want to risk that EMD. And if you can't find a seller, honestly, in 45 days, it's probably not a good deal. A lot of these deals are selling themselves, especially in your market, man. It's so crazy. They're selling like hotcakes. So probably what you want to try to do is try to get another like price down. So to get a price reduction. If you can't, then on to the next one, man. Like if you can't get it with 45 days, you probably got it too locked up too high. If they want to renegotiate, you just got to get out of the deal, get your earnest money and go to the next one.
Okay, for sure. Is there any experience that you have selling out here in this market?
Like anyone experienced?
No. Do you have any experience in like the Stockton area or the Sacramento area?
I know about it. It's probably the last frontier of general affordable housing besides Fresno in California. So it's a good market. It's one of the few ones that work there. So that in the Central Valley works pretty good. Oakland actually is decent too, but like nothing too crazy. But generally, that area is pretty good, man. Probates are really good. Those government lists are a lot harder to get, but drawing for dollars is king there.
Okay, for sure. Thank you. I appreciate it. If I have any more questions, I'll ask. Thanks.
Dude, appreciate it. Guys, ask all the questions you want, guys. Seriously.
Zach, I'm sorry. I got another question. This is probably my last one.
Never apologize.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, but
you're getting better, man. You're becoming a better real estate investor today by watching this stuff. So let's get it going. Man.
So honestly,
for watching me, but all right.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh no, you're good. Like honestly, man. So this question is just kind of quick. All right. So, I mean, my KPIs are pretty good. I mean, I stick to a good schedule and whatnot with how many cold calls I'm doing a day and how many I'm doing at the end of the week. But my biggest thing is my cash buyers, right? So I got this one cash buyer in particular. I'm not going to say the name because he's probably someone lurking in the chats and we want to keep it safe. But like, so I just feel like I'm more so an employee instead of like an actual entrepreneurial wholesaler, because like what I'm saying, like he really limits. I'm not going to say he limits me on the deals, but I mean he really screws me on some of the deals that I bring to him, I feel like. And just wanted to know, I mean, how many cash buyers do you think is appropriate for like a good operation to have?
Is this guy bald with glasses?
He is bald, but he doesn't wear glasses. So I mean, he wears glasses sometimes. So
okay, I know some. I'm just trying to think. There's 4 cash buyers I know in Fort Pierce that are sharks.
Wow, man, they're brutal, man.
So you're probably dealing with a shark. I bald. There's like out of 100 cash buyers in Fort Pierce, there's probably 50 of them that are bald. So, dude, get more cash buyers, man. It's so easy, dude. Fort Pierce is easy. So, dude, Facebook's probably the best one, man. Just go to the Florida real estate investors groups in Facebook, copy them all for Fort Pierce. So many Fort Pierce cash buyers, man. Cold call cash sales if you can. Go to your local real estate investing associations, deal with realtors. There's so many tools, man. You got to get more cash buyers.
Gotcha.
That's the way to do it. Another one you can also do is if you're going to deal with some realtors, if you can get that land, go find cash sales and find the buyer's agents for those two. Those work really well for me. But how did you find this particular cash buyer? Don't say the name, but how did you find the method?
So really, I mean, I looked at your video, went to the Facebook groups, just really got into there, found a couple of cash buyers that wanted to buy in the area. So I just, PM'd them all. And this one came about. I mean, he came up to me straight up, like, he's like, okay, do you want to do a double closing or assignment fee? I mean, he was pretty hard on, like, he knew what he was talking about. So just rode with them for like my first two deals. I mean, he came through with the funds. I mean, he closed on the deals, but then afterwards, I mean, he would just start limiting every assignment fee. Like, I mean, my numbers are pretty spot on because, I run good, solid comps. I make sure everything is lined up perfectly before I present the offer to a cash buyer. I mean, in this last deal we're closing on it tomorrow, actually. So this is going to be my fourth deal. Cool. So, yeah, man. So like this deal, the property is, the ARV on it is probably like 250 afterwards. Got it under contract for 70. I mean, but it needs a gut rehab. So it's probably like 60 in renovations. So we're looking around that 130, 140-ish area, but it's worth 250 fixed up. I mean, he told me that, well, are you thinking 3,000 on this one? Like, you know what? I think he's just trying to limit me because, I'm a kid.
Oh, no,
and and that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, it's crazy. It's unbelievable.
All right. So obviously they see you're young, man, trying to take advantage of you. That's the truth. So this is the truth here. So what you're going to have to do is something really sneaky. This is something that you're my market. Like, I don't care, but like I avoid this on purpose. I want you to find people who are listing wholesaling deals in Fort Pierce in St. Lucie County. Like in Facebook, like, hey, 14th Main Street here for sale. I want you to keep tabs on those properties or find ones that have been posted like 2 years ago. Find the cash buyers on those deals. Easily do that. Okay.
Gotcha. Okay.
ABC Property bought this one from these wholesalers in 2019. Let's go see if I can find ABC wholesalers. Boom. If they bought it 2 years ago, they're probably still cash buyer now. Awesome. Rental properties. Another one you cold call for rents. In Fort Pierce. That's a huge one. And that'd probably be the one I'd start doing right now. Cold calling for rents.
Gotcha. Thank you so much, Zach. You always come through, when I need you. So I appreciate you for that. Thank you so much.
I can't believe it.
Man, it's crazy.
And I've had cash buyers, man, that like I got 5,000. I was like, oh my gosh, I killed it. And they go around, flip it. They put 10K in the house and make like 80. Like I've had it before. So it's a weird feeling, but yeah, man, keep it up, dude.
Hey, appreciate you, man. You take it easy.
No worries, man.
Yep.
All right. Let's see what else we got.
Hey, questions? Zach, I got another question.
Let's go.
Okay. So, I'm a little confused on what the term comp means. Like, it either means where I'm confused is, does it mean like houses like in the neighborhood, like those prices, or houses that would fit like the same description, those prices?
Bro, you really need to go to freewholesaling.com. Okay. So I'm not making fun of you or anything, man, but it's all in there, dude. So like, it's all in there, man. Like from start to finish, like everything you ask. So comp short for comparables. And that's what the definition. We're going to find properties that are comparable. So the rules when running comps in your properties is you want it to be basically the same as a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. Let's look for other 3 bedrooms, 2 baths. Not same year built, but like roughly 5 years ish. Condition roughly the same. And then area wise, you want to stay in the same subdivision. Okay. You can find that on the property appraiser subdivision. This is the Johnston Heights subdivision. Because you want to do it just like official property appraiser does it. When he does the official appraisal of a property, you want to keep in their rules. Square footage, I've seen people say all the way up to 400. I've seen people all the way to 200. My best recommendation for you here is keep it like 300, 250, like plus or minus. So if it's 1,000 square feet, do 750 and then 1,250 in that range. That's where I found the best success.
All right. Appreciate it for sure. Thank you.
No worries, man. Thank you. Awesome. And then any other questions?
Zach,
Justin,
what is up, man?
what is up?
All right. First, I want to say thank you for doing this. You're awesome. You and your dad are my heroes.
Too. Thank you.
All right. I got two questions. First one is, I've been doing this a couple weeks. Haven't got my first deal yet, but I've been doing Tampa, and that market sucks.
Is that where you live?
Oh, I live about 2 hours north.
Where?
I'm up in Ocala, and that's a little too small of a market.
Too small?
Ocala? Yeah, there's only like 63,000 people. It's so hard to find comps because everything's so spread out.
Ocala, dude.
Yeah.
I know a guy making $800K a year wholesaling in Alachua only.
Wow. So do
and that's
Ocala.
what,
Okay.
160,000 population and 55,000 are students. Like, dude, come on.
Something like that.
Ocala's way better, man.
Really?
Ocala's
Okay.
way better,
Okay.
dude.
Because I'm from Central Texas, and I have contacts there that I could have go check out the property and stuff.
In Central Texas?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, stay where you're at, man.
Okay.
You're in Marion County, right?
Yeah.
Dude, clean up there. Easy.
Okay. Okay. Sweet.
All
Well,
right.
that answers my first question. Second
You
question.
just complained like, hey, I can't find comps. Guess what that means? Your sellers can't find crazy good comps. So it's like, hey, I just get rid of this thing. Like, it's not like everyone knows like, hey, this street sold here. Makes it way easier talking to sellers. Guess what? In Texas, you have no comps. like people are doing well in Ocala, man. So yeah.
Okay.
Dude, awesome market, man.
Sweet. I really appreciate that.
I love it, man.
Awesome. Number two is Batch Leads has like a thing where you can pull lists like Propstream.
Yeah.
But it's like way cheaper to do the list and skip trace through Batch Leads than it is to do skip trace with Batch Leads and list through Propstream. So should I just stick with Batch Leads to do both? Does that make sense?
Yeah. If it financially makes sense, do it, man. Like
Okay.
They're so close. Like it's not even worth it. I think it's better with the drawing for dollars with the Propstream just because my team uses it. But honestly, do that for now. Like it's not going to stop you. Batch is better skip tracing though. But yeah.
Okay. Sweet. All right, man. I appreciate it.
Bro, you're in Ocala, man. Drawing for dollars is way better there. That's the best marketing channel for Ocala.
Well, I know what I'm going to start doing then.
There you go, man.
Appreciate it, man.
Awesome, man. Thanks. Telling you, he's in a gold mine. Jeez. What other questions we got? Alrighty. Perfect.
Zach, for fire damage, I watched that video twice on how to get the fire damage properties.
Okay.
Is there like a way to like, do I have to call the fire department to get a list? Because from what I took from the video, a lot of them are on like the Facebook pages where you have to kind of do a virtual driving for dollars
No, we haven't. I made an updated video on that. So.
All right, cool. Because I thought I missed something, but
that's a quick hack if you're too lazy to do it. You got to call the firehouse. And guess what they're going to tell you the first 7 times? No. And every wholesaler's gone through it 7 times, said, no, okay, I'm just going to quit. You keep going. Oh, my God, Jason is so annoying. Here, just get out of my hair. And then guess who's the only person in your whole county that's got that list?
Yeah. So
that's the point.
And you just call the number on the website and like, hey, like, and then just basically ask for the list.
I have a county here in Florida, which is great. I'm not going to talk about it, but there's only 2 people getting who has access to probates, and one of them is an attorney. Easy money.
Yeah.
And people say saturation. You just got to work smarter, not harder. So they're going to say no to you a bunch of times. You got to keep going, and then you're going to break through. But like, don't count on one firehouse. Do like 50 of them, and then like 4 of them, you're finally going to break through, and then like you're the only person in that area.
I might just do that for next month and a half. I'll just like literally call all of them and just be persistent about it.
That's it.
Once you get that list, it's an amazing list. Yeah.
It's amazing, man. It's like you got to do all the firehouses. Some are like very separated, but you just keep hammering. And then sometimes you go in person, just be nice. Multiple approaches to do on it, but like you come in like, hey, my name's Jason, I'm a real estate investor, and I'm going after these leads. there's zero chance you're going to get that deal. Hey, I'm Jason, a tax-paying citizen who just wants this information for research and other purposes. You're going to get it if you just keep hammering it. But you saying you're a real estate investor trying to profit off of it, no, it's not going to be good.
You just got to be vague about it and kind of just say like you're a tax-paying citizen who just wants this for various reasons. That's it.
So don't be like a jerk. Like, I pay your salary of my taxes, but like,
yeah,
be nice guy. Always be sweet. That's the best. I'm telling you, like the clerk of the court, be very sweet to the front staff because they're going to say no, but if you're nice enough, they're like, fine, here.
But you just keep it vague. Like you don't really want to tell them you're an investor.
No, man. When I was like 18, 19, it was kind of easy. Like, hey, it's my school project. But like, I can't do that now. Especially look me up online. So just keep it vague. You should do good. But do all over. And if you're to like somewhere like an hour away, you don't have to go an hour away, but call because it's an hour away. Get those leads. Do it. So there's so many you can do, man. Powerful list.
I'm gonna have some fun with that.
Oh yeah, man. I used to do like, hey, every Monday, I'm gonna call all the water damage, all the water shutoffs, code violations. I had huge lists. Just go after it, man. Also for fire, remember there's county and city ones too. So crazy. So you're gonna have individual cities and individual counties that have them too. So keep that in mind. Awesome. And what are the questions we got, guys? If you guys are on here not asking questions, you're not getting the value you truly deserve because once it's over, we got like 10, 15 minutes left, man, and then that's it. So let me know if you got like, oh, I'm waiting the last time to ask a question, guys. Time's now. So
I got one, Zach.
Let's go.
All right, I'm trying to figure out how to word it, but I don't know, so I'm just gonna blurt it out. Hopefully, you understand. But is the process any different when you're talking to a seller? They're renting out the property, and there's currently a tenant. Are there any questions you specifically need to ask about the tenant, like about their lease or anything? And also when it comes to walking through the property to take pictures and figure out rehab costs and whatnot.
Yeah, I was actually with Rick. We did a video today. We talked all about it with evictions because you're going to be dealing with a lot of tenant properties. So great question. Check out that video we did. But with a tenant, it depends. So a lot of these situations, I'm in Florida. So a lot of people own the rental in here in Florida, but they'll live out of state for like the winter or something. So not winter yet. So a lot of them are like in New York, Michigan. We're buying these deals. They're rentals. So generally the rule of thumb here is when you're dealing with like a tenant situation here, you want to be sweet to the tenant. You want to get through the property. You can either go as an inspector or just to look at the property. But if they're there, you just go with the property. So I always look at the lease. It's huge. We're buying these properties. So the lease is super important for us that we actually look at it. And we usually like the tenant to leave. But you can buy it with the tenant in it or wholesale with the tenant. Just got to get a way better discount on it. But generally you want the lease. You want to find out how much they're getting for rent, the damages to it, and the overall condition, and then still lock it up. But you just want to make sure the tenant's there. The worst thing usually is when you're calling someone and like, hey, we have a lease just signed last month. It's a hard deal of wholesale because they have the locked up lease in there. So generally those are kind of my rules with it. But yeah, month to month are always the best ones.
Okay. And then how do you go about do you need to transfer the lease in any way from the seller to the cash buyer, or how does that work? Or am I thinking too hard about it?
So generally
where did you get that from?
So
was it already open?
All right. Generally, if you can transfer the lease, but a lot of people, it depends on if your cash buyer is using it for a rental, then sure, you can move the lease over or you buy it with the lease in place. But most of the people just want to flip it. My cash buyers are wanting to flip it or they want a better tenant. There's a reason why the seller's selling the house because the tenant probably sucks. So you usually want them out.
All right. Fair enough. Thank you.
Awesome. No worries. Thank you. All right. Let's go here. All right. What other questions we got?
Hey, Zach.
What's
It's
up?
Joe again, Miami.
Hey, let's go.
So how do you feel about just knocking on people's doors? Like driving for dollars, but just knocking on people's doors. Do you have an approach? I'm sure nowadays people aren't too used to it. So.
Oh man. Okay, so you're in a special part of the world called Florida. So door knocking in Florida is different than everywhere else, especially Miami. A lot of crazy people. So I used to door knock in the heyday when I was a lot younger, when I was way more hungry for like deals. Door knocking is going to get you deals. It sucks. Okay. Like I'm a guy who cold call 5 hours, like straight. I don't care. Like I'll cold call 8 hours. Door knocking is just special. It's a special, just suck. So it's not for the faint of heart. If you're willing to push through, you can do it. I would door knock vacants. I would door knock pre-foreclosures. I wouldn't door knock just generally around an area. I would make sure they have equity and it's like a factor.
Right.
So that's probably the general best rules. I prefer reverse drawing for dollars or reverse door knocking. Way better, man. I could tell you, I wish I did that when I started out. Get a yellow sticky note. Hey, this is Joe. Please give me a call back. Put your phone number. Slap that thing on the door. Don't put it. I'll get legally in trouble for telling you to put it in a mailbox. So do not put that in the mailbox. That is illegal to do. Do not do that. Bad. Some people do that though. Some people do that. But no, don't do it. So you could do that. Put it on the door. Put it on the maybe just put it on the the floor and then put like a rock over it. Yellow sticky note. Put that on there and stick that like 300 of them. It's like direct mail, man. It's a lot cheaper, and they'll call you, and then you have conversations. Way better. If you do that only for vacants or pre-foreclosures, it works really well.
Awesome. Okay. Sounds simple enough.
Yeah, man. Like I'm the type of guy I could door knock right now. Like I lose all my money. I'll go out here door knock vacants all day. I do not care. But a lot of people get very distraught with it. I'm just a different breed of stupid, I guess. I can get cussed at, yelled at. You can tell me to F off. I don't care. I'm just going out there trying to help people out, give cash offers. So it really depends on your tolerance, how thick your skin is. It's never fun though. I never enjoy going out there getting cussed at or whatever, but helping the seller out, it's always fun for me. So if you know that going out, it's not all sunshine and rainbows, go ahead and do it. But reverse drawing for dollars, I would probably prefer that.
Yeah, it sounds like a good method. I'm going to give that one a try.
Awesome. And sweet. And then we got Andrew raise his hand. So Andrew, what's up?
Hey, what's up, Zach?
Doing good, man.
So my question was about so SMS. Do you have a video on like your SMS scripts, or do you just wing it like when you're setting up per market or like the type of list you're sending to?
Freewholesaling.com. It's all there, man.
Okay.
So
okay. All right. Cool.
We keep it very, very, very simple, man. It's like we like to change it up a lot, but just because we are constantly testing it. But generally, we want to get an answer and then we hit them with the second. That's just how the algorithm works as of today. Is
Right.
if you, hey Andrew, are you looking to sell your property for cash? Like that, it's not going to do well. And that's the average wholesaler and doesn't do well. Or you're thinking about selling property, or it doesn't work. So the best thing that I've personally found right now is with the algorithms. This is going to be completely different in a year. Just this how the algorithm changes. But hey, the way you want it is you want them to say yes. Once you get a response, because people get spam texts all the time. No one ever responds to a spam text. But if you respond to it, the carriers are like, okay, that's probably not spam. Let it go through. Then you can say whatever word you want, right?
Right.
So I prefer something like, hey, is this the you see your last name here is Winus or Winus?
What?
Hey, is this
Ryan,
the
yeah.
is this the
No.
Winus? Hold up.
Not that I know of.
All right, I'm gonna kick you out. Not you. Not you, Andrew.
Nah, it's cool.
All right. Cool. All right. So hold up. How do I change this? All right. So it's like, hey, is this the Winhouse residence question mark? Like, yeah. Because you're curious, right? And then the carrier's like, okay, this person's texting. This is probably just a random person. Like the carrier's got to figure out, like people get random texts or like, you know, hey, Andrew, here's my phone number. And you text me, hey, this is Andrew. And I respond like, hey, cool, man. Like the carrier's like, wait, this person's a random texter. Is this like a spam? Is this just a friend who's giving them a phone number? The carrier's got to figure out. If you respond, they're like, oh, okay, it's probably someone legit. So I was, hey, is this a witness residence? They're like, you're gonna be like, yeah. I could say whatever went after that. Usually, no problems. Hey, are you looking for a cash offer on your property? Which will never go through. The average wholesaler won't get that. I get that done because I get the first yes on there. So that's sort of what my scripts look like. The beginning one's always different, but that's where I found the best success.
Right. Okay. So shoot for that first yes, and then do your thing from there.
Seen. That's what's working this
Okay.
year. What works next year, I'll let you know. But like I'm constantly doing it. It's working now. Carrier's probably gonna do something, but right now that's what works.
Got it. Appreciate it.
Perfect. Appreciate it, man.
Thanks, bro.
Sweet. And then guys, we're short on time. Questions, hit me up right now.
I got another question for you, Zach.
Keep it going, man. Lightning round. Let's go.
Okay, so just what's your negotiation tactics with like a hardball seller, just like firm on their price? You won't take a dollar less than that. Like, what are some tactics that you have?
All right, tactics real quick. That's like not every person who wants to sell is a deal. That's the number one thing I learned. Not everyone who wants to sell a property is a deal. You can't. I butcher this quote all the time. You can't put a square peg in a round hole. Like sometimes it just won't work. So if someone wants to sell for 200,000, let's say, hey, I'm stuck at 200,000. Okay, Mr. Seller. So here, let me tell you what I do. Why don't you just list the property for 200,000? I don't want to deal with a realtor. So don't want to deal with a realtor, but you want realtor price. Yes. Okay. Question for you is, if let's say you list on the property and you got that perfect offer, would you take that? Of course I would take that. Okay, well, let's do some math here, Mr. Seller here. So 200,000, you're paying about 4% commissions, right? So what's 4% of that? So 200,000, that means at the end of that's 188,000. You probably got about $2,500 in closing costs. And again, your list price won't do well. So you probably negotiate. And then someone's going to say, well, I'm going to list it way more above that. So, okay, you'll probably net 185.5 at the end of the day, right? Yeah, probably. So what do you take? So that's what your net. So obviously you're willing to take less. Well, kind of, yeah. And then boom, you get them off that price. That's the one thing that's really easy for me.
Okay, I see.
And they're just general little things, but like someone's hard balked on a price. Sometimes you got to lock it up and see if a cash buyer wants to pay for it. And I've had that done plenty of times too. So that's what I've seen.
All right. Appreciate it. Thank you.
No worries, man. Thanks. All right. What up? What other questions we got? I know there's people on here. We got who haven't I talked to? Let's see. Oh, Moto E says connecting audio. So let's see what I got. Do a hop on. I know I haven't talked to Shay, Ty. Have you talked to Nathaniel? I don't know. Ricardo, guys, any of you guys got questions before I hop off? Let me know. Don't be you don't want to regret it, because I don't know next time I'm gonna do a Zoom like this. So what's up? Moto E? That's probably your phone, honestly. You got a question? All right. Any last question before I hop off? All right. Appreciate it, guys. Oh,
I got one for you, Zach.
Let's go.
All right. What's the favorite book behind you? What's your favorite book?
Let's see here. That's an easy one. I mean, all right. So I'll give you a couple. So probably one of the first books I've ever read from Robert Sheeman. This book was from 2005. Different world. Honestly, I love Traction. That's a great one. Awaken the Giant Within is probably OG, one of my favorites. I read it all the time. But honestly, I give you a 5-second brief of it. It's like, hey, just you got one life, live to your fullest, and just be grateful for everything you got. And just that's it. I mean, that's roughly what it is. And it's about mindset, psychology. But that's probably my favorite one. But yeah, there's plenty of ones I don't have behind me. Like another one I really like is like Tuesdays with Maury. I love that book. That's a great one. But always learn lessons and stuff like that. So, do I have the Go Giver behind me? I don't think so. No, don't have the Go Giver, but that's a great book. Awesome. Any other questions we got? All righty, sweet. Appreciate you guys. Let me know anything else I can do to help you guys out, and keep it up, guys. Have a great one. Stay safe, guys.
I got a question for you.
Let's go.
I was wondering, I'm looking at the contract that you provide. I'm trying to figure out like which form do I keep like for myself and which one do I give to the homeowner to fill out?
The purchase and sale agreement. So if you just go to www.flipwithrick.com/contract, I make a copy. So I always print two out, and on the deal, I'll write one, have them sign, and then I'll just write another one, and then have two copies. That's what I do.
Okay.
Boom. Easy as that. I personally also from the contracts, I personally fill them out also beforehand. And we have our acquisitions people do it, like the legal description, everything, because you just want to go like, hey, here's the contract. You don't want any hesitation in between that. It's everything. So answer your question?
Yes, sir. Thank you. I have another
Awesome.
question for you though. It's more of a just like have to like jump into it, but I guess kind of like where I'm stuck at. I'm watching your videos, so I'm still kind of like nervous, like about different things because it's new to me still. So like, how did you like gain your confidence to say, like, okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna stick with it. I'm gonna call these people. I'm gonna find a list, and I'm going to try my best to get a house under contract.
Why not? What's the alternative? That's what I think, man. Like, what's the alternative if I don't go out there and try my hardest? I can't sleep at night knowing I didn't do my best or my hardest to be the best version of myself, try to make the most money I could, help the most people out. Confidence is a weird one. I've always had confidence since my first appointment. Does that mean I knew what I was doing? Not at all. The difference between knowing something and being confident is different. I'm confident that I can go out there and do the best I can. Am I confident talking to a seller right now? Of course, because I've done it a million times. It's not fake it till you make it, but there's a difference between having confidence of knowing something and confidence in yourself and your ability. So ever since my first appointment, I had the confidence I go there and talk to the seller. You know what? If I fail, I'm learning. Confidence it's everything, especially when you're starting out. So it's just the belief in yourself that you can do it. And experience is the best teacher for it. But that's generally what I've seen.
All right. Thank you so much for the time. I appreciate your videos, by the way.
Of course, man. I got a ton more, man. So I appreciate it. So any other questions before we hop off here?
Another question. If I could just please ask that you upload the recording of this, that'd be really sweet.
Let's do it, bro. Got it.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. I'm going to get it all going, and I'll try to put the link and everything on there and get it going. But thank you guys so much. You're awesome. Keep it up.